to this first episode of Waking Up with Plants. Yes, we're beginning with this journey. So, as I set to explore where to begin, I felt to confine the exploration area a bit, and to do that with the turning of the season. So, as spring is upon us, this first series of inquiries will be around the theme of beginnings, because there's so much we can explore when we dive into how to live life more fully, that it can be nice to have a starting point and branch out from there. So I had a bit of a brainstorm what topics came up for me that I'd like to have some insights around. But actually the question that stuck was, what is a beginning? And how does the plant realm view beginnings? And that seemed like a very good place to start. So maybe first a bit about how this type of conversation works with plant spirits, because it's an energetical conversation. So it's not actually that they speak in words. I translate how I experience their energy. So how it works for me is I ask a question, or I feel into a topic I'm circling around and ask for their insight. And then when a plant comes, I feel into their energy and what it feels like. I can explain it a bit like it feels like I'm gifted as a zip file of an answer. It comes quite in a straight knowingness, and then I feel themes in there, and as I share it, then the message unfolds. But actually today, as I asked the plant realm who wanted to speak on beginnings, Dandelion stepped forth, and I felt intuitively like I wanted to write. So I started writing, and I feel it's a bit in letter form that it came out. So I will read to you the message that came through. Here is a Dandelion on the question, what is a beginning? Beginnings happen far before you call them beginnings. Like the waves underwater. Like the beginning of a plant doesn't start with a seed sprouting. How come you don't see things coming? That question has got to do with being aware of beginnings. You know, in every moment of your life, there are endings happening and beginnings happening and everything in between. So I guess starting an inquiry about beginnings starts, firstly, with sitting in the space where everything happens at the same time. So let's sit in that for a moment. Don't think, be in this knowingness. This can feel uncomfortable for you. Where to focus? Everything is moving. Everything. All at the same time. Uncomfortableness is okay. Scratchy feelings are so fertile. And yet we, the plants I mean, are deeply rooted in this movement. These are our grounds. And yours too. Our nature is to live perfectly harmonious amongst all this busyness. There is only one big difference, what prevents you from seeing beginnings, the way we do. Do you see what comes? Endings. Your relationship with endings. If you don't live truly through endings, you're bound to experience trouble with beginnings. Not a bad thing, no blame, no guilt, just truth. Just the way things work. Beginnings don't stand on their own. They go hand in hand with everything surrounding them in all directions. Endings. What happens to you when I say this? Your first visceral feeling. If you want to birth new in your life, this is your inquiry. Not to get lost in, not to go back, just to feel what it touches and let it touch you until you feel empty, still. Your body will naturally feel pulled to turn and see what's in front of them. The more you practice this, the more you will notice beginnings before they begin. I work with digesting endings. And so naturally I hold the quality of life renewal. I like the hard to digest areas. Why? Because this is where the most of life is gifted, is renewed, is beginning. And I love the rising of that light in my face, the place where light starts shining. You understand now why I come to speak about beginnings, right? Oh, for the sunlight shining where it hasn't been for a long time. That's where you'll experience the most precious quality of life. The given up spaces, the places no one really likes to go to. Rather push it forward and divert in search for something new. I'm telling you, this is where your biggest beginnings begin. And please take me with you, because it's a blessed space. Beginnings aren't only happening in the beginning of things, of your life or spring. They happen continuously. In every middle of something is a beginning, in every late autumn. See, when you don't resist endings, all you experience is beginnings. Lastly, I will share this. What do you refuse to let go of? Because that's life that is needed to be gifted back, as it is nourishment for something else. And what life, what love, might I say, did you refuse to receive? That was gifted to you. That actually was the very wave to bring you new life. Yes. So I thank Dandelion for this beautiful start of these conversations. And with that, I will leave you. Thank you for listening. Please let me know if you got any insights from this over on Instagram, Facebook or YouTube. Until next time.